okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with the Tennessee Titans. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Now the young man who was a Pro Bowler as an undrafted rookie, it's Phillip Lindsay. Call it no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance, they're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 29 yards, first down. They look to throw on 1st and 10 with Flacco. Finds his rookie first-rounder, it's Noah Fant. 18 big yards on that one, and a Denver first. Fant, the first-round pick out of Iowa, taken 20th overall. Second tight end taken in the draft. Amazingly, the second Iowa tight end taken in the draft is teammate T.J. Hockenson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Torrey Smith, his second touchdown on the season. And the Broncos take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. McManus's point after is good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Now a first-time 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago, it's Derrick Henry. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Tight down. There you go.
Derrick Henry. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Tannehill. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one. So they wound up passing on a long field goal try, but that works out for them really well. That one's down inside the 5-yard line.
And it's risky because your punter, if he puts it in the end zone, the net result not worth it, but there, I think worth it.
Watch the screen.
The drive will commence with a run by Lindsay. And he'll go down for a loss inside his own 5 at the 4. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12.
61.
From the gun, Flacco. Rashard Matthews here on the catch. And they work this out past the 25. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. On first and 10, it's Lindsey. Able to shake free for about 7 up to the 35. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
On second down, a run with Lindsey. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go.
You got nothing. Slam.
Flacco to throw here on third down. And that's caught by Smith. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Torrey Smith with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
On the ready.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board.
Okay, didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling them in the huddle right now.
Got it.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down. From the gun, here's Tannehill. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Give him 35 yards there on the third down conversion.
Set, ready. 60 Pittsburgh.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. Here's Tannehill. Sets up the screen to Lewis. Lewis has the first down and then some. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Add this gain to the last one, and they move the ball over 50 yards in 2 plays.
First down, Tennessee. Let's go now. 90 Wolf. Right here. 45. Get it.
From the red zone now, Tannehill. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee. A.J. Brown, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Ryan Suckup on for the point after. And that one makes it 14-7.
Makes the score Broncos 14, Titans
this game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Give them a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now a throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down. Flacco will come to the line, 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Flacco on the give to Lindsey. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll run. It's Lindsey. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4. Well, we talked about Philip Lindsay so much last year, but it bears repeating. Undrafted in 2018. The Broncos would sign him in May, and that was a good decision. He would have a 1,000-yard season, 9 touchdowns, en route to a Pro Bowl appearance. So, but when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line. He was looking for Matthews that time.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
After the interception, here's Tannehill. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Tannehill. They'll get 34 yards there.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he gets in. Touchdown, Tennessee. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 8 on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game.
I feel like I'm back in school. What was that book, It was the best of times, it was the worst of times. This has been a tale of 2 quarters so far. They trailed 14-0 after 1. How about the rally we've been watching?
Yeah, a couple of touchdowns, PAT here to tie it up. This is a good ball game all of a sudden. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And that 14-0 lead to begin the ball game, well, that's gone now. Time to regroup.
I think even up 2 touchdowns, they knew this wasn't going to be a walk in the park, and I think that's why we would see the head coach going up and down the sidelines telling his team, let's stay with it, let's keep going. It's almost like he knew they were going to make their run at him, and they have. As you said, let's see if they can regroup and get going again.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Passing play. Flacco. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. 18 big yards on that one and a Denver first.
18. And the Broncos first down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's first and 10 at the 47. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Let's go.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today. This is caught inside the 15. It's a gain of 35. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Now it's Flacco. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Joe Flacco, and the Broncos have taken the lead. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon.
At their own 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides of this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
From the 31, Tannehill. He dumps it off for Henry. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Down. 60 or. Let's make these babies cry all the way back. X3. 218, chop. Take 4. Zip, shit.
Tannehill going to throw on 3rd and 1. And the throw there going to be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game, because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Operating out of the gun, Flacco. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And that is incomplete. Well, shame on them, Coach Davis. They went against your advice. They threw the football, and now they're backed up to punt this away.
They're actually fortunate. They went against my advice, but they didn't turn it over, right? No takeaway for the defense. They'll punt it now. They probably could have gained a few yards if they ran it, though, and helped out with field position.
Fielded just inside the 30. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And it'll be Titan football.
37-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down. Hey, check Mike 45, check Mike 45. Hey, what? Squeeze. Wide, get wide. Snap.
Here's Tannehill. And he's going to go down again. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Back to throw, Tannehill. He's going deep for Brown. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Will Parks. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
39 yards there, a big one.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. Flacco from the gun. And it's caught. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Theo Riddick. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos push further out in front. McManus's point after is good. And the lead now up to 14. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Ready?
The Titans offense set to begin the drive.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Again, it's Henry. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Check three, check three, check three. Check 45 to my. Let go.
On 1st and 10, Tannehill. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be down at the 46. So they go from 146 to the other on a pickup of 8.
8 yards on the pickup.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
And it's 3rd down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy who can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Here we go. 18 Gator. Come on, the ball. 2.
Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. This one caught by Davis. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. That's good for 28 yards. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. A first down carry for Henry. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll run it again with Henry. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Titans on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now Tannehill. They set up the screen for Henry. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
I know you got a baseball background, right?
A little bit. Started minor league ball.
Yeah, you did some of that, right? What do they do when they do the signals? An indicator, right?
Tells you whether it goes or not, yeah.
Yeah, whether the play's on or not. How about the indicators offensive linemen get when they're picking their
Davis fighting. He loses the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And they're going to come up empty here on 4th down.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game. At this stage in the 4th, they needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Hey, Haywood.
Flacco. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Looking here for Smith downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time. Fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this? And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Titans. Corey Davis, his 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are back within a single score.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Extra point put through by Succop, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go! At their own 19-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet.
Here we go. General West.
They'll go again with Lindsey. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Mike 54. Mike 54. You draw focus. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Hey, watch it. Watch it. Monday. That's what.
Flacco. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Mike 56. Silver.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Mason Foster. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. He takes this for 3 to the 29. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they got it.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
all you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
On the stop that time, it was Josie Jewell.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. They lost 4 there, and it's third down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They face a critical third down now, needing a score here in the late going. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Well, I guess at the very least, they got the tackle from keeping him out of the end zone.
Yeah, you're looking for that silver lining, aren't you? But guess what? Everything changes now after that big play. They've got a chance to strike.
Henry. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. From the 2 now, second and goal. Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run.
And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry. His second touchdown of the afternoon as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. So a big 2-point conversion attempt forthcoming for the Titans.
I can't believe they even let you play. Alert flare, 61, matchbox lights. Under crunch. Look at me, zipper. '56. Greystone travel. Right there, 56. Coming. Check. Fresno. Mike 56. Mike's 50. Clear. I'm coming after you.
And now with the play clock winding down, a whistle and possibly a false start. Suckup for the extra point. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter.
That will tie the game. 28.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And not a particularly good return here as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Flacco to throw. This is the tight end Fant. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Slam. Shoot. Roger, 5-0.
On first down, it's Lindsey. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Another run by Lindsey. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. Adoree Jackson right there, step for step in coverage. He has had a great game defensively. He's been east-west, north-south, everywhere.
Yeah, and I love how you describe that, because to be a great defender, you have to be able to move up and back, sideline to sideline, and he's been fantastic. Reminds me of a young Charles Davis when he was playing Madden.
Absolutely. Oh, wow. I thought you were going on the field, but okay, I see you. Setting up to throw, Flacco. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Matthews, the intended target. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
On the ready. 56. I got you. I got you.
Tannehill now to throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. He was looking to find some space for Dion Lewis there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Here we go, D. Get off the field. Check 31. Check 31.
Now it's Tannehill. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. The last catch took him 2 yards in the wrong direction, so now what can they do on 3rd?
Hey, box drop. Yep. 56 at the mic. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. 56 the mic, boy. 56. Get it.
Tannehill. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game because they...
And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters what you wanted, but how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Denver, they climb back to 500 now at 3 up and 3 down. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, they fall to defeat for the 2nd time this season. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.